Okay, hello. So very quickly, we're going to be looking at how to make six-figure monthly doing website hosting. This is something some of us, a number of persons actually take so for granted. That somebody, I want to make sure I show you, something I've actually done back to back, without without stress, and the strategy you can actually leverage on to get six-figure done hosting websites for companies. There are levels to and different strategies um, to the approach I'm going to be showing you. But I'm going to be showing you the basic one that is not so technical, whereby you just deploy it and get businesses to leverage on, and you make your money, on autopilot. So, but basically, for some persons who are not so familiar with the internet, with website design, let's talk about website hosting. And there's another video I still have. That's the major module for the website design, where you are going to see website hosting there. But I didn't unveil the detailed secret of how you can make so much money doing website hosting in that particular video. So, but here, what is website hosting? The basic infrastructure that put your website on the internet. Okay, let me give you an instance. Usually these days, most of the websites I've been doing for like the past 3 years now, or 4 years, I've been building up my website completely online on the internet. But probably before this time, we used to build website offline. We have softwares, we use a writing code. Even when you use a GUI software, a graphical user interface software like Dreamweaver, you design your website, build your website offline, you will sit on your PC. You see how it look like. But at that time, you are the only one that can see how your website look like, among other things. So you don't need to like get a domain name and thereafter you put your website online so that the whole world can see it on the world wide web. So now that's the real thing we're talking about. Not just building of your website, but how can you get it hosted. You are going to be learning how to do the practical hosting in subsequent videos, but right now I'm going to be talking about the money that is in hosting. How you can actually make so much money doing it for companies, doing it for organizations, churches, NGOs, and the like. So, what is web hosting? Web hosting is an online service that allows you to publish your website files into the internet. So anyone can actually have access. So anyone who has access to the internet has access to your website. In practice, it usually refers to the service you get from a web hosting provider like hostinga.com, GoDaddy, Google Hosting Nigeria, like that across board. So, building your website is not enough. You need to make your website available online. That's what even make it web. That's what makes it web. If it's offline, probably should be local site. That means on your local host. Those days we used to have the WAMP server. That's the server you installed on your system. You can actually run a LAN, and every other system can be connected to it. There's a whole lot. But these days everything has gone completely online. So now, how can you make money from hosting? But let's look at the various kind of hosting that we have. We have shared hosting, and that's where I'm going to be concentrating majorly on shared hosting. What's shared hosting? He said it's when a web hosting provider hosts a number of different websites on the same server. Well, server, what is a server? Let me give an instance. I want to come so very low to the understanding of anybody. It doesn't matter what your background is. I want this to be very simple. When we talk about a server, let me give an instance. For example, before the year 2000, when you open an account with any bank, when you open UBI account in Ajegule and you put in money there, you can't transfer money, you can't do anything, so you have to go there with your cash and deposit. When you are going, they will bring your file. At the point they were not even using computers. And then when they start using computers, they will have to go to your file, check your details. Okay, this is your balance. To even know your balance, then you need to go to the bank to check your balance. You will go to is that funny? Probably somebody has sent in money, or you don't just know how much is in my account. You need to go to the bank. So everything were done within the local, as in bank. So subsequently, even though they have a website, for example, everything runs then at that time on a local host. So we can have 10, 20 systems connected within the local area network, and they are able to like transfer files, do a lot of stuff. Everything is in a single database. Everything is in a database within that network. But when you want to pay into somebody's account from your account now, what do you need to do? You will now need to, but funny enough, I'm even trying to imagine how it works that time, because you are trying to pay to somebody's account, you can't transfer, you now go to UBA and pay. I wonder how they reconcile payment at that point in time. It can be so crazy when it used to be, because at a point in history you can only check every details about your bank in that local place where you open it. But subsequently the internet actually came and it gives access to being able to like check your record anywhere, like that. So beyond just your local location, it's now extend. But when we now talk about shared hosting now, for example, you are trying to host an NGO website that will just request for some level of bandwidth, email service and some other stuff. They don't need much. So the hosting company now is just like, okay, they have a dedicated hosting, something large. What they now decide to do is to share the host, as in shared hosting. So everybody now have their own username and password they create. It's like when you buy something in bulk, you now sell it, you share it to the people. So everybody use share hosting. You get a domain name, johnedigital.com, you register, and that's why shared hosting is like the cheapest, among other hosting. I'm going to be going practical so that you see how this works, but let's move. We have WordPress hosting. We have quite a number of other platforms, Wix, and so many of them that keeps your information. That actually we also have Google Blogger, that you can actually use probably your name at .blogger.com, your name at WordPress.com. These are like their own dedicated hosting, but they now have a brand, WordPress hosting, which means hosting that has been optimized for WordPress on the server level to ensure smooth sailing. You get? So, like that, we have VPS, Virtual Private Server. Just like shared hosting, websites that run on VPS share a physical server with other websites. However, each virtual private server tenant has its own partition, has its own capacity, has its own space that it can now give to other tenants. It's not like though you are in a skyscraper, but you have this whole number of floor that is in your care that you can now rent out to other persons with guarantee what? Dedicated resources. Your power, your water, you have your own GP tank, you have your own power supply, you have everything allocated to you. So you manage everything within the confine of that probably three floor in a skyscraper. Unlike someone that's actually staying in a basement and phase of 20 rooms where everybody are sharing from what GP tank. That's a pure shared server. So but let me be fast with this. There's often more memory, storage and processing power available with the price tag to match. Yes, VPS hosting, when you're handling some level of clients, use virtual private server. But most of the people who are going to be talking about this time are small business owners. It's not like they want to deploy one critical software or any of those stuff. So that's why we're going to be looking majorly at shared server in the course of this class. So we have the dedicated server, just like I mentioned. It means you have the entire server to yourself. You don't have the skyscraper. Everything is give you access to virtual private server, but you don't have to share the server with other sites or hubs. Effectively, you are leasing a physical web server housed at your service provider facility. You also have professional support and expertise on hand when needed. For example, a bank, don't forget, the bank actually got a website, all their apps run on a server. It won't make any sense when they are working with data that is probably about 10, 20, 30 terabytes volume of data, and they're actually looking at doing a shared virtual. So you can easily tell by the virtual and the capacity of that kind of company. Dangote, for example, Dangote refinery, Dangote group, and just imagine what they are. Because they're not even talking about their website now. But when you are talking about basically website to just showcase what you are doing, you don't need so much resources. If it's just the website, common normal website. But when you're not talking about a website that actually interfaces to probably ERP, customer relationship management, as a major database, for example, your bank website where you do your transaction, it doesn't just do the work of a major website where you go and get information. There are massive transactions taking place on those sites, whereby they can't afford to allow those sites as in the site to go slow. So that's why it cannot be shared. So I'm sure you are actually getting some value now. So, and we also have finally the cloud hosting. I was actually sharing this with someone not too long ago, as some few days ago. The world is about cloud now. It's been about cloud since about 2005, 2008, 2009. Cloud. And that's why right now, please, I need you to pay massive attention to this. These days, cloud hosting has become a bit of a general term. So we will strongly recommend looking closely at what you are getting if you are signing up for cloud hosting. In the beginning, cloud hosting refers to something like a virtual private server set up scalable to multiple servers. This way, if your web application had a sudden traffic spike, that means the system will be able to provision more resources and keep things running smoothly. Cloud hosting would have a more variable pricing model and fluid access specs as a result. Let me break this down. There are times, police is recruiting, and what happens? So many applications are coming in. The next thing you hear that their sites crashed because so many persons are actually trying to go in. They may run out of bandwidth because all throughout the year they don't even use more than probably 500 MB bandwidth, on their site. But in just 2 hours, they may run out of the same bandwidth because so many persons are actually flooding into the website. So what happens usually is, instead of buying 20 gig per month, of a bandwidth to use, because bandwidth has to do with the number of traffic your website is receiving. So instead of paying for 20 gig, they can actually use their normal 1 gig per month. And when they now realize that traffic is going to be coming as a result of recruitment, what happens? They can scale. It's easy to scale. When you are using shared server, you can't scale. When you are using all of those like the web what do you call it now, the likes of WordPress, you can't scale. Even VPS is kind of complex to scale, but cloud hosting makes scaling very easy. And this time around, yes, dedicated, you already own it. Because dedicated this time around, you already bought terabyte. Even though when you are doing dedicated, you are looking at what will be your capacity in the next 5-10 years. That's why you are buying a big server and all of that to house your data. But these days, life has become so easy talking about cloud, because rather than dealing with all manners of input and output, memory, server, all of those issues, traffic, everything is now being handled by your cloud company. We have the AWS, we have Microsoft, we have quite a number of cloud and cloud brand, cloud company. Now you just have to do is to plug in. You don't start dealing with engineers, you don't start dealing with all the complex equations already being solved. You will now pay for the service you will be using. So when you now realize that our numbers are increasing, what do? You now increase. You need more RAM, you need more hard disk, you need more, all of the hardware that you need will be provided, on the cloud. And that's why, for example, when you see so many fintech across board, so many companies are actually coming up today, even in the fintech, as in the fintech, like Paystack, name them, all of these other brands coming up on board. It has become so easy, despite the complex code writing and quite a number of things they need to do. But the days of hiring a database administrator, a technical server administrator, a Linux, they don't need it. It has become a kind of a plug and play. All they do is to build out and they plug into the cloud. I just hope somebody is getting me. So let me pause this theory at this point and let me allow us go very practical. So you want to host your brand, First and foremost, before even hosting, you need a domain name. I have other videos that talks about domain name, the kind of domain you need. The word of domain name is crazy. There's a whole lot about domain name, a whole lot. Hey, and I think what I'm going to do in this video, because this video is actually for those persons that actually pay for this course, but I'm going to be making it for free. So if you are watching it now and you've not paid, as in congratulations. But I'm going to be doing another video generally on a domain flipping, just an introduction to, because there are people making millions of dollars from flipping domain, from buying and selling domain, much especially in this era of crypto, play to earn, and a whole lot of stuff. Right now, after listening to this video, you can go and make research and find out that people are making millions and millions of dollars from buying and selling domain names. But that's not the purpose of this training. Now, hosting. You want to host your website. You need a domain name. That means the name of your brand. The name of what you're doing. What's the domain name? You definitely know that. What is a PayPal? PayPal.com. PayPal.com is a domain name. Paystack.com is a domain. Is a name. That's the name. All of these names are fully connected to a host. They have a host that is hosting them. So this is just a front end, your name. That's normal, but you must have a host. That one is a must. You must have a host. So let's move forward. And it's the host now that we're trying to talk about. So hosting, you already got, for those persons that actually pay for the course, they will get the video where you are practically how to host your website and do a lot of design, among other stuff. So right now, the question now is, how do you profit here and make so much money from doing website hosting? Even though you don't know how to build website, you are just trying to learn. You can begin to reach out, register domain name, get them hosted, and you are making money doing that. So but very quickly, there are quite a number of things you should look out for when you want to host your website. But right now, these are quite a number of brands I've used for hosting website. Ugo is a Nigerian hosting company. 6K, it makes me so nostalgic somehow, because this was the first hosting company I used way back 2008, very, very long ago. Very, very long ago. 6K, I don't even know. It used to be in Ibadan then. Do they even have a contact us? Remember? Contact us. They don't have contact information. They must have removed contact information. The contact shopping complex. Don't forget, listen, that you can actually run a hosting company like this guy. Yes. There are complexities, but there are levels you can operate from. Whereby you can actually advertise, sell hosting, people pay, and you make tons of money. But that's not the area I'm even going to now. I'm like, even though you're a newbie, you can actually get people up and running. The kind of website people need, probably a one-page website. They want to design a funnel, a landing page, among others. The next thing, what's your domain name? Your ability to be able to talk to this person. What domain name do you have, and which hosting should we do for you, among other stuff. It goes a long way. The question is okay, let's buy your domain name and your hosting now. Domain name usually.com, okay, it's about 5,000. Your hosting, 1 year hosting, 1 year hosting is about $70, 35,000. Like that. So, but let's look at the pricing. And so I can understand what I'm talking about. Here we are: cPanel hosting, WordPress hosting, email hosting, cloud hosting. That's not where. Let's come here and get web hosting. I want to see their pricing. This is our own Nigeria Google host. It's on the annual. Let me see the annual price. Okay. You have premium, you have pro, you have deluxe, you have supreme. Please pay attention. This is where the real deal actually takes place. When you buy premium, you get 6 gig web space. That means everything you are going to be doing here will take 6 gigabytes. It can't take more than 6 gigabytes. You get 30 gig bandwidth. The bandwidth, like I said, is the traffic consumption on a monthly basis. Then the more people are visiting your site, the more your bandwidth gets consumed. But 30 gig bandwidth is massive. Then subdomain. What's a subdomain? Subdomain is also in in the other video. I'm not going to talk so much about subdomain, but where I'm going to be, what I'm going to be emphasizing on is the add-on domain. Add-on domain. Add-on domain. Yes. Now, when you get premium for lasakaconstruction.com. You bought it. You are the one in charge for lasakaconstruction.com. And don't forget, probably you're using a WordPress. They have their username, their login. Except if they want to own it completely. If you are managing, and the idea is when you run as an agency, not that just design, give them the details, because some web designer want to make sure they design website for you, they keep your hosting details, they don't want to give you. No, that's not what I'm talking about here. No, you make that very clear based on the kind of package you are operating. So a number of clients don't even bother, and when you are managing a client, they don't need to start disturbing themselves with a cPanel login and quite a number of details like that, because other things are in place. So when you get, for example, the premium, this 10 subdomain means probably john@unilag.com, john.unilag. You understand? John is if I'm using John, that could be an error. Let's say faculty of art.unilag.com. That means faculty of art is under Unilag. Let's say vice chancellor's office. You understand? /unilag.com or .unilag.com, as the case may be. That means vice chancellor's office has its own website under unilag.com. We have some government parasiters like that, whereby they have different subdomains that cater for the different things they actually do within those parasiters. So that's subdomain. But add-on domain means that after buying this domain, your add-on domain can enable you to host 2 additional domains. That means apart from Lasaka Engineering, you can personally register your own domain, willis.com, and still host it on this same hosting. But the maximum number of websites you can do that for is what? Is 2. If you choose the pro version, 12 gig, 45 gig, look at it, 15 gig. Add-on domain is just 3. You see that they don't play with add-on domain. Even though email is unlimited, database is unlimited, SSL is there. You understand? Free.ng domain. Oh, that's interesting. They also have free.ng domain here. This one 3. But you see that they don't play with the add-on domain. They don't play with it. And each of these domain you are buying, that means they are going to be sharing the same 12 gig. They are going to be sharing the same, they are going to share it, and trust me, they can hardly finish it up. So imagine you now buy 28,000 worth of a package. Yeah, this video is going to be probably run close to an hour, but I need you to understand this basically. Your SSL means, this padlock you are seeing here to indicate that your site is secure and can be trusted. This guy gives you unlimited web space, unlimited bandwidth, 40 subdomain. That means this can do what? 10 websites. But imagine the 10 websites you are telling them they are getting this. They are getting 8,000. Then they are getting premium. They don't know about add-on domain. Yes, it's not. And funny enough, when you are buying a domain name for any client, we are saying you don't have any business with add-on domain. No, they just want something done for their business. You get? So imagine you say, oh, we are going to get to a premium, but you already bought Supreme. You know, you have to give each of these 10 guys, you have to give them a price of premium, which is what? 80,000. That means if you charge 80,000 for these guys, you are going to be making what? 80,000 times 10 minus 28,000. That's the potential amount of money you can make from buying a Supreme package of this nature. There are certain hosting platforms you get to that probably maybe about 40,000, and they will tell you that add-on is 50. Do you know what that means? I'm not telling you what is possible. Oh, that is possible. I'm telling you what I have done. You know. So this is okay. This guy. Let's look at their hosting. Though I'm not asking you. I'm not recommend. Just look at them. They have standard the same way. 5 gig, 50 gig, free malware, 20 subdomain. You see, this guy do not even have add-on. No add-on yet. Okay. See this guy. SSL 10 gig, 40, like that, 30 subdomain. Seal, no add-on. SSL, see that. PHP, no add-on. This one is serious. Free SSL 3 gig, 30 gig, SEO, blah blah blah. Unlimited subdomain, unlimited SQL, FTP accounts, file transfer protocol account, 20 FTP account, 10 FTP account, subdomain, unlimited FTP accounts. Okay. So, but by the way, we have GoDaddy, an international platform. Let's look at to avoid this video going too long. This is the platform I'm going to be showing you. Look at this guy. I've been using Hostinga for like 5 years now, and they've been doing relatively well. Yeah, they've been doing relatively well because I had an experience with an hosting company years ago, and I regretted it. It was a local hosting company. You see my website up today. I was running a blog at that time. See website running today. Tomorrow website is down with all of those issues. For example, single shared hosting. This solution for beginner. He said what? That's 1.99 per month. You know, 3 dot when you renew. But this one now you are going to pay annually, so you multiply that by 12. One website, 30 gig SSD storage. You understand? SSD, not your normal ADD. One 10,000 visits monthly. That's talking about your bandwidth now. One email account. You see, that's so poor. Free XSL, free domain, according to them. Google has credit, okay. 100 gig bandwidth. 100 gig bandwidth. Manage website, WordPress acceleration, and quite a number of other stuff. So that's by the way. You have the premium version. This 3.49 per month times 12. 12 times 3. That's about $40. You see that? 100 websites. See that? 100 gig SSD storage. 25,000 visit monthly. Free email. Free XSL. Free domain name. Google has credit. Unlimited bandwidth. Manage WordPress. WordPress acceleration. 30 days money guarantee. Unlimited database. Okay. Coming. So you have this guy. This website connotes what? Your add-on. You see that? This 100 websites. 100 websites. Even this guy here is 100 websites. So I think a few years ago I got this premium guy. Yes. I got this. See all features, see more features. I love it. I love before I upgraded to the business shared hosting, because this is shared hosting, most popular. I love it, and trust me, that was it. I didn't do up to 100 that year, but I think I did about 60. Yes, about 60 plus. Because then I was just okay. Oh, you need a website, you know. So let me log in so you see how it works. I got that free email. Oh, I still want us to see Hostinga. I want to explain those things in detail so I can understand better. Let me log in. Hosting. Web host. For small to medium website. You get? So if you want to sign up, yes, I can recommend them. These guys are not doing bad. Talking about Hostinga, they're not doing bad at all. They're not doing bad. I've been using them now for like 6 years. They're not doing bad. I've had all manner of issues with I've lost clients as a result of using some hosting company. Whereby a client just open their website, they find out their website is no more there, and a whole lot of issues. So here we are. When I come here and check domain, you see a whole lot of domain, active domain. You see that? A whole lot of domain that I actually have here. These are domain that are actually hosted on this host. There are other domain that are not even from here. For example, this particular company, you can't register .com.ng because it's not in Nigeria own this thing. All my .com.ng sites are registered on Google host. But I don't buy hosting from Google host. What I do is I connect it back to this my hosting. This site, they have even reduced the number. So that's why you realize that when you check my hosting, you will have more. There are people that just say, I want to host, so let me just help you, and they pay. I help them to host. They buy their domain, they are managing it elsewhere. You see that? Lows and lows and lows. Let me see. Let's go to 100. Okay. They've actually reduced. These are various numbers of projects, various numbers of domain name for different engagements. So many of them. And so, like I said earlier, this is a major trading secret, a major one. That if you are ready to take it up, trust me, there's a whole lot you can make. Most persons now, they want to build website, it gives you some level, a whole lot of leverage. So when you even agreed, okay, 50,000 naira for the website are so bad, but you know how to build it in less than 2 hours, you are done, 2-3 hours, you are done building the website. You've not built capacity to charge 2-3-400,000 naira for website, and probably the website is just so easy, or just a landing page. But one of the area we live in a society whereby people don't put so much emphasis as in appreciate the skill set, and for me, when you build your capacity to a point, people begin to okay, you are respected, you know how to do this thing, at some level. So usually, guys, that's it, man. You see, business share those things. Lots of them. So this way, for example, Royal Edge Consult. People say they don't even. This one now they've expired. Yes, it's expired. So what I do, I may have to delete it. The person just needed it for a project before he traveled. You see, it's expired. So I may just have to delete it subsequently. But a number of them, you saw all those ones that were active. Lots of them are still active. But you saw the cost of getting this done at that time. As it's not so expensive. It's also expensive. So I bought this and subsequently, as in, advertised as a web designer among other things. And do you know at times you can even tell them get free hosting. You charge them 100k, your hosting is free. But you know that you've already put in the money for the hosting in your billing. The money is already there. That's the way it works. Your domain name is annual, just like hosting. So, and that's where the real deal is. That even as I will begin to round up soon. Now, you got them the first time. Give them the best of service they need. They need email service, all of those stuff. They be doing updates. For example, if it's a church actually have a website. How many church want to have their website running this year and they say they don't want to have it? No. So even though the first time just okay, give us what you have, low price, you engage them. Next year, when they're about to renew, making sure they're updating, you even show them how to update, do a number of those stuff. Domain name is still under your care. You understand? Now when it's like 1 month to renew, you notify them. Oh, what are they doing now? Just to renew domain name and hosting. Personally, away from the pricing that you get online, you can have your price. There are people like, I will have my support to my hosting and everything. Like, okay, your annual renewal is 40,000. Your annual renewal is 35,000. And by virtue of the service I've been adding to them, what happened? They are willing to pay. So there are times, just imagine that. How many do we have here? I think this should be more than, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this is my personal. Some are my personal project. There was a time I had close about 35 of them. 35, yeah, 35. But more than 24 paid as much as 40,000 that particular year. At different time, don't forget, it was at different time. At different time. At different time. And I will use one of their money or two of their money to renew annually. Why consistently was selling out year in, year out. Till date, I think this expiration, when is this hosting going to expire? Probably 2023, about, you know. Clients are the one getting this done. I remember this particular, I think this guy, TAC, okay, active, this website, 2018, look at it. This domain name was not from me. It was a student. They actually got, oh, this Royal Edge Consult, so Royal Edge Consult I'm looking for. Oh, why now? Hosting. The guy, it was one of my students. So I did a program there. I'm like, okay, you are going to get free hosting. And he took it so serious. Let me see. I don't know if except if they don't renew the domain name. Except if they don't renew the domain name. Where is it? Where is it? Where is that church stuff I saw here not too long ago? I want us to, okay, let me just click it from there. So I want to be sure the website is still running. I'm so glad if the guy website is still running. Let me see. Last time I checked, then it was, that's not what I'm looking for. TAC Ministry. You see, there's even .ng. So there's no way I would have. I think that was even what transpired. Like, oh, let him pay for hosting. Why I handle the let him pay for. He will buy the domain while I do the hosting for him. This is it. The Antioch. It was secured at that time. What now happened? Since he learned from the course, from the website course, in less than, I don't know, as you speak, I can't remember the guy's name anymore. I can't remember this guy's name anymore. But in less than 72 hours, he came up with a website as in fully designed. He got his job, got paid. I did the hosting for him. Since 2018, the website is still up and running. And because I'm just hosting, I don't even know. I didn't even mind. I'm just doing my own thing. And because this hosting has been on, you see that 2018. I think I started this. Do I have any site? Let me see if I have site that started earlier than 2018. Let's see. Okay, you see this 2017. But I should have website that started 2016. 2016. Yes. You see that? This is a website created in 2016. So this is not one of those probably maybe 2016, 2018. There will be volume of websites. So as a paid, if you actually pay for this video, trust me, if you have any issue to set up, because what I will advise you to do is don't buy any bulk hosting package until you get your first client. Your first client pay you 60,000. Sacrifice. Use that money to buy your bulk hosting package. Subsequently, what happens? Other ones that are coming becomes a profit to you. I'm telling you, I've seen a period whereby in 1 month about 200,000 actually come like that. Since this year, how many percent have renewed? No, I'm not sure. There's a January. Apart from those I did website for afresh this year, is there any 22 websites? Yeah, there should be 2022. Revoke it, okay? This particular project is a crazy project, as in for this particular company in Nigeria. And trust me, all I did was to register this on Google Host and straight up connect it here, because I can't register .com.ng on this thing. What do you call it? on Hostinger. So this is just shared hosting. I'm not talking of VPS, and I'm not talking of dedicated. I'm not talking of cloud hosting. We shared hosting alone. So apart from you are charging so much for website design, you make money. This is a major strategy you can capitalize on. It now becomes a passive income for you. A passive income. Add on. All you need to do is know how to add the website. If you subscribe, you add the website from anywhere. You added it. Make sure your domain names and your DNS server address is pointing to this host, and you are good to go. Your website is live. So this is, like I said earlier, this is not one of those probably maybe it will work or it will not work or an assumption. I'll be doing this now, as you can see, from 2016. Yeah, I was thinking it was 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. This is like 6 years experience showing you how this works. Guys, congratulations once again, because trust me, lots of people are registering business on daily basis. People want websites, you understand? But the question now is not just any other website. How can the website solve their problem? How can websites solve their problem? Having a website there's no glamour. You're just like, oh, I have a website. If the website is not serving a purpose, that's why other things will follow. That's why, okay, is your business on Google? You can put it on Google. Oh, your business on Google, you can have a website on Google. But it's better you have your personal website secured. You can actually have an e-commerce shop, for somebody that is selling stuff. There's a whole lot. So you reach out to these clients. They don't necessarily need to have a shop somewhere, especially when you not probably master how to advertise online. Come on, guys. I think the other secret to be revealed to those persons that are paid. So if you have not paid for this course, do well right now when we are still running promo. Today's date is what? 3rd day of February, or is it 2nd day of February 2022? 222222. Okay, you still have a few days from now to enjoy this promo. So I wish you all the very best. For the guys that paid, you have access to the other videos, personal engagement, trust me, web related, even if it comes to helping you to and also you even have access to this guy, what do you call it now, to this team, Kalias team. Let me hope I'm right. Kalias, okay, this team, look at this team. This team is about $60, in building website. Yeah, can you imagine $69? Yes, I think it's, let me be sure. This is the team. You have access to the team. You will be able to pick any one of the team. There are more than 70 templates inside there. Yeah, this is it. More than 70 templates. You can pick any one. There's a gym brand you want to build a website for. So all you do is what? You master the team and you are good to go. I will install it for free. I will install the team for you I will install the team for you for free on your host. I will install it and disconnect it. So you will master how to use the team subsequently and be able to build any kind of website in the shortest possible time. This is a $70 team, and I'm ready to give you $70 team for free. Can you beat that? You see that I have your interest at heart. This is 70. This is a crack team, or you can't crack it. So forget it. So you're going to have access to this team. Just imagine, this is like an e-commerce shop that you are able to, in less than how many hours, you have this website up and running for drop shipping, for whatever you want to do. Just look at it, because when you install the team, you cannot go back to the back end and see how everything is structured, and subsequently you cannot work with any of the 70 plus team. Meaning you have another site, you want to install the team again, all I will just ask you is to pay small disturbing money. You understand? Auto Trader, this is a car company. This is a sneaker shop, personal trainer. Somebody says, I host a key store or a restaurant, a lot of restaurants, you want to position them on Google, they're there, you now want to make sure they have their their website up here. Fantastic, like that. So you're going to get this all for free. Yes, once you just need it, you let me know, I will install it for you, I'll disconnect it up, you do that. Is portfolio freelancer, you want a personal website for yourself, you can do that. So there's a whole lot. You can have a blog, and the other teams I see have too that are not within this confines with other builders, as in those paying for this course will have access. 10x business conference, there's a whole lot, guys. There's a whole lot. So I wish you all the very best right now, and if you have any question, just reach back to me, probably on the comment section. If you are seeing this on YouTube and it's now later opened up on YouTube, if you are, or you can actually chat me, if you actually connect with this either from Facebook or from WhatsApp, from anywhere, chat me up. I'll be well available to answer your question. Thank you.